After a week-long summertime break, the Sasquatch are back in the saddle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Black Hills Energy Stadium, where in just about 15 minutes, the Spearfish Sasquatch will be taking on the Oahe Zap once again. Justin, not the first or the second time we've seen that matchup. Should be another good game in store, another beautiful night at the ballpark. Alongside Justin Hausman, I'm Nikita Lohman. The Sasquatch in week one, through a grind, pretty much the perfect start. They won 6 out of 8 games, and they absolutely mashed to get there. Justin, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling great about the season, where we're at now. Of course, 6-2 on the year, and the lineup up and down has been working pretty much every night. When the floodgates open, it pours. Both here at home, also on the road, and I'm sure Coach Demas is very happy with his crew so far.
That is right. When it rains, it pours. This is a team which is averaging more than 12 hits and 12 runs per game in a league in a summer where the wood bats can often stunt power. Oh, no, that has not been the case. In 8 games, 27 extra base hits for the Squatch, 6 triples and 6 homers to boot. This team can mash, and they've done it with runners on base. Already hitting .336 as a team overall. But when runners get into scoring position, .373. Not just one player's average. That is a team average, Justin.
Yeah, clutch hitting certainly helps you win games. Of course, you can't score 12 runs per game if you don't hit well with runners in scoring position, if you're not clutch at the plate. So that certainly helps. That helps you win games, and we saw that last week.
And while it was a great start, the Sasquatch did end that first 8-game stretch with a loss, a 3-1 loss here at the hands of the Oahe Zap over in Pierre. It was the first time the Zap had beaten the Sasquatch in their 6th try. The pitching did a good job. In that first series, we saw Spearfish's lineup kind of terrorize Oahe, but some arms came in for the Zap. They pitched pretty well. They got more punch-outs. That was one of the more notable differences. Justin, the Zap team has struggled, but they're starting to come into their own a little bit, especially on the mound.
Yeah, in terms of summer ball, it's it's difficult to kind of mesh as a team. It's difficult to feel comfortable. You're in a state that maybe you've never been in before, and now all of a sudden you flew in on a Saturday night and you're expected to pitch on Monday. That's a hard turnaround. Coming from your college season that you just got comfortable in, you're 50 games in. Now all of a sudden it's time to get up and move halfway across the country. So expect pitching to settle down here throughout the next few weeks.
And for the Sasquatch, as Coach Demas said before the game, the cavalry is here, especially in the pitching department. 6 guys arrived in Spearfish from the end of the last game last Monday to today's game here today. So in a week, a lot of reinforcements, 8 total, 6 on the pitching side. And Justin, those guys have been blending in seamlessly. We saw it yesterday at Media Day.
Yeah, we did. Media Day was a fun couple of hours for the team and the interns as we, walked in, and there's so many new faces, haven't seen half these people. It's nice to get to know these guys. It's nice to feel the energy that they bring being new guys. And there really wasn't any discomfort yesterday. There wasn't, nobody was very lenient, or hesitant. Everybody was ready to go. Everybody was ready to be a team. And I'm excited to see what they do on the field this week.
You may have to wait just a couple days to see a lot of those new guys step into action. Coach Demas giving them a little time to, rest, reset. Made a long ways travel. Some of them did to get out here, but there is a chance, more than likely, you will see one returner tonight, Tyler Russ, coming out of the bullpen. But besides that, for the most part, it's been the same crop of guys who have been dominating here in the early going. We're going to take a quick step aside here on, a beautiful Monday night for baseball. Sasquatch lineups, first pitch, and baseball here when we return.
I don't know unless you heard the episode of photography of the state. cool to see that brother and friend to have an actual good experience and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Whatever comes my way.
Welcome back here, Black Hills Energy Stadium. Spearfish Sasquatch, Oahe Zap in just about 5 minutes. Justin, week 1 done. Again, the Sasquatch went 6-2. They played well, but nothing is perfect. Coach Demas could tell you that. What is it that you want to see here as the grind of the first week, what Coach Demas described as, a season in its own? As we get to the second part of this 50-game summer, what do you want to see?
I want to see a little bit more consistency from the bats. I think that was probably the biggest problem last week, or through the first week of the season, was that there'd be moments where bats kind of fell off for a couple innings at a time. I'd like to see that consistency show up. That you're not fighting and scoring 7 runs in the 7th. Let's just get runs out of the way early. Let your pitcher run with a lead. That always makes him feel good, makes your coach feel good, and that's how you lead to more success.
And I agree with consistency, but I'm going to look on the pitching side, where sometimes we've seen the Sasquatch have trouble finding the strike zone. 42 walks through 8 games, not an astronomical number, but certainly one they'd like to have lower. And then when you add in the fact that there have been 25 hit batsmen, that's a number that needs to go down, and we both imagine that will go down, but something that Coach McBroom has had time to coach his guys on, getting a little time to reset, work with these guys. They've gotten to know him now. I think that's something that will change exponentially as we go forward.
Yeah, certainly. Again, settling into Spearfish, settling into these new colors, this new team, pitchers are going to find a little bit more control, a little bit more comfort out on the mound here starting this week and throughout the season to come.
Let's take a look now at the starting lineups for your 2 sides here this evening, beginning with the visiting Oahe Zap. Leading off and playing third base, it'll be Mason Melton. Gavin Frazier's in the 2-hole playing second base. Behind the dish, it's Ty Farwell, the big left-hander. In the 4-hole, the designated hitter, Landon Meyer. Batting 5th, manning shortstop, it's Cy Taylor. In the 6th spot, playing first base, as per usual, it's Quinn Ludvigson. Manning center field with the best of them in the 7-hole, it's Dominic DiCarlo. Blake Imhoff gets the start in left field tonight. He'll bat 8th. And batting 9th, Sasquatch haven't seen a ton of him so far. It's the right fielder, Dylan Bowie. Trey Alexander will get the nod to start the game for the Zap. It'll be his 3rd appearance against Spearfish. And on the other side for the Sasquatch, leading off in left field, as per usual, it's Bobo Iandoli. Dominic Torres again in the 2-hole, playing third base. Maddox Morrison bats third, plays center field. Sam Kwapnoski is the cleanup hitter. He's had a ton of pop in the early going. Want to talk about power? Crew Moeller right there. He's at shortstop for the first time this season today. He bats 5th. And Justin, the power keeps going. Ben Melendrez in the 6th hole at first base. Carter Towns, he's got 2 jacks. He's the designated hitter today. He will bat 7th. Kendrick Aragon is behind the dish, batting 8th. And rounding out the lineup with some contact and speed, it's Malachi Lopez. Another rematch on the mound, J.J. Manuel, his 2nd start. 2nd time he'll face the Zap. Again, these teams, this will be their 7th time playing. It's just the 9th matchup for the Sasquatch this season, so these 2 sides are very familiar.
Yeah, you're going to get to know these guys' names pretty quickly. I'm sure they already do here. Having played each other 6 times, you got a 2-game set here. So you're getting very familiar. You also get to know the play style of the team. You get to know how they feel out on the field. And that might help. That might help you feel more comfortable out on the field.
It also certainly helps. I think the biggest advantage comes for the hitters. You get to see a lot of arms, not just 2 or 3 times in a game, but then you stack that up, and within 2 weeks, you're going to get 3-4 looks per game against some of these starters. So both sides expect them to be pretty comfortable in the batter's box. In the last series in Pierre, we saw strikeouts tick up for both sides, I think it might be a different story today.
Yeah, it could be as batters, batters know what's coming. They can feel out the starting pitching. They can feel what their pitches are doing. I expect to see, a little bit more contact here tonight.
And Justin, we'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we will have first pitch in baseball and our favorite game here up in the press box.
And here's Steve.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
I learned about the Black Hills Underground campus, where Black Hills has a partnership with SURF, an old gold mine that has been converted into a science lab almost a mile underground. We're studying neutrinos and looking for WIMPs or dark matter, thinking about the most profound mysteries of the universe. You don't expect it to be a mile underground. It's super cool.
Thinking knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
JJ Manuel taking his warm-up tosses here. He'll be making his second start of the season. His first one came game 2 of the summer against the Zap back on May 26th. And he offered what was the best outing of the season so far. Went 5.2 innings scoreless, 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. JJ is a guy who throws a lot of different pitches. He's got a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, curveball, splitter, and slider to boot. And Justin, what allows him to be so successful? What does he need to do today to continue that dominant first outing that he had against this same Zap team?
You know, when you can throw 5 pitches, if you can throw them all well, you can throw them for strikes. That makes it really hard on pitching. It also takes away that advantage that you have, or that the hitters have in seeing you recently. If you can mix in, if you can change up your pitch mix a little bit, you can throw them off. You can get some more swings and misses.
And Justin, quick scan. We need to pick one player, each of us do, in the Sasquatch lineup to get a hit. I'll give you the first pick.
I'm taking Crew Moeller. I didn't get to, I got to see him hit two home runs in Casper. Haven't seen him for a while. I'm feeling good with Crew.
I'm taking Sam Kwapnoski. JJ Manuel's taking the mound. First pitch, skied, center field. Under it, Morrison. And one down here in the first. That was Mason Meltson who flew out. Now coming to the plate, it's Gavin Frazier. Frazier has been strong overall, but the numbers have slowed a bit as of late. In his last 5 games, just 3 hits in 14 ABs. First pitch is outside. So he was hitting 462. But now if you look at his numbers, he's dipped down to 333. Still early going. Here he sends a grounder in the 5-6 hole. Diving stop bowler. But that will not be in time to cut down the speedy Frazier. He's aboard with a 1-out single. And up comes Ty Farwell. Farwell has certainly been the best hitter for the Zap here thus far this season. Hitting 300, 853 OPS. Also has the only 2 homers this season for an Oahe team, which really has not had much in the form of power production. Just a 299 slugging as a team. And when you compare that to a Sasquatch lineup, which, of course, it's hard to compare with the way they bang the ball around. They're at a 512. That's been one of the areas where the Zap have struggled. The pitching has picked up, but the lineup still looking to follow suit. 0-1 misses outside. A ball and a strike to the catcher today. Gavin Frazier with a normal-sized leadoff first. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Manuel goes to that wicked curveball and jumps ahead in the count. It's one of his strengths as a pitcher. Not only does he have a live arm, a fastball, which goes up into the low 90s, but those breaking pitches really work well. As the count remains 1-2 on Farwell. In the first 6 games against the Sasquatch, Ty put some numbers on the board, went 7 for 20, drove in 3 runs. Better success than many of his teammates. Manuel checking in on Frazier at first. He's back with ease. The speedy second baseman has stolen 1 bag. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on a splitter. Farwell caught reaching, and there are 2 down.
Again, mixing up the pitches, getting a different look in there with the splitter, got the swing over the top, and first strikeout of the game.
Now Manuel will take his first shot at Landon Meyer. The designated hitter, who had a tremendous year at Southwestern Oklahoma State, has not had the same success. Here he sends a fly ball into right field. Kwapnoski makes the catch to retire the side. So, after a base hit, that is all the Zap will get. Sasquatch coming to bat here, bottom of the first.
At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
My name is...
Nothing your score here, bottom of the first inning. Sasquatch and the Oahe Zap. Trey Alexander will take the mound here for Oahe. This will be his 5th appearance of the season, his 2nd start. This will be the 3rd time he goes up against the Sasquatch. Came in out of the bullpen, went 0.1 innings and allowed 3 runs the other day against Casper. So a different look. He certainly looked strong in 4 innings of work against the Sasquatch back in that opening series here a week and a half ago. Went 4 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, but then things kind of started to unravel, open the floodgates for the Squatch, something that they have done oh so well here in the early going. Bobo Iandoli has certainly been a driver in that, hitting .382 on the season. He steps into the batter's box. Flashes bunt, pulls back, takes outside. Not only a .382 average for Iandoli, but first on the team in doubles. So combining good bat-to-ball skills with a bit of pop, finding the gaps. He's been very impressive. One of the key forces in this lineup. Iandoli takes strike 1. One ball and 1 strike here. On tonight's left fielder, you're going to see the outfield continue to shuffle around as the series and the season go on. There's a fly ball into left field. Drifting towards the line as Imhoff makes the catch. 1 down. So that'll bring Dominic Torres to the plate. Torres has been a mainstay at third base, batting in the 2-hole, hitting .290 so far in the season, a .389 on base percentage, and most notably, 8 stolen bags, 8 for 9 on the base paths. So when he gets on, he's more than likely to move into scoring position. Takes the first pitch on the outer black. And in a lineup with so many mashers, getting a guy like Dominic Torres who can run, puts bat to ball a whole lot. It's such a nice blend to have. Because everyone wants to hit for power and send the ball into the gaps and over the yard. But the reality is you're not going to get 9 guys in a lineup who can blast home runs. You need good diversity in your order. Torres showing off his plate discipline, goes ahead, 2 balls and a strike. One of many guys who's going to D1 baseball coming up next fall. Here he takes another fastball high. Favorable 3-1 count. The Zap pitching staff, you can argue, has been a bit unlucky so far this season. A 6.05 ERA as a staff. But the underlying numbers have been a whole lot better. So here comes the 3-1. Lined right back up the middle. On a dive, Frazier stops it, but he'll have no play. Dominic Torres legs out a base hit. Man on first here in the bottom of the first, and you know when Torres gets on, a good chance he's going to take off for second base. In comes Maddox Morrison to the plate. In the final game of the series in Pierre, Morrison slid down to the 6-hole. Coach Demos said it's because he wants this guy up with runners on base every time he comes to the plate. And it's easy to see why. Here he flashes bunt, turns around, takes a pitch off his front foot. Puts runners on first and second here, 1 out. And Sam Kwapnoski, he'll take his first home AB of the 2026 summer. The man who made the All-ILB team, led the ILB in hits as well. He joined the team in Pierre, and he mashed. .714 slugging percentage, 3 extra base hits in those 3 games. Here he takes a pitch outside, 1-0. And not only was he able to put together extra base hits, he also pitched. Tossed a 9th inning where he struck out 3 batters in game 1 of that series. Here he's got a prime opportunity to do some damage. Alexander reluctant to attack in the strike zone, 2-0. Kwapnoski has just 15 plate appearances, but 4 ribbies. An OPS at 1.047. Here in a 2-0 count, he's already seen 2 fastballs. He's going to key in on one. He'll get a breaking ball. It's in for a strike. Farwell was unable to handle it. But nothing doing on the base paths. 2-1. Bottom of the first inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Trey Alexander will disengage with the rubber. Kwapnoski takes it in the dirt. Now really sitting in the driver's seat. 3 balls and 1 strike. Waiting in the on-deck circle. It's Crew Moeller. Really no relief, frankly, when you go top to bottom in the Sasquatch order. One of the things which has allowed them to put so many runs on the board is depth in the lineup. You've got the bangers at the top, but they can slug throughout. On 3-1, Kwap takes it outside for ball 4. 3 straight runners have reached base. And the bags are juiced here in the bottom of the first inning for Crew Moeller.
Let's see a mound visit here, try to settle down Alexander.
Trey Alexander, as I mentioned, looked so good in that first start of the year against the Sasquatch back on May 27th through 4 innings, but then things started to unravel in the 5th, and that trend continued. He came in again in the final game of the series against the Squatch, and while Oahe did wind up winning, Alexander loaded the bases. He was only able to get 2 outs. Quinn Ludvigsen came on to finish the job, but when you extrapolate those 2 games, over his last 1.1 innings, Alexander has allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and he hasn't struck out a batter. So getting a second, third, and fourth look against the right-hander, the Sasquatch lineup has really turned it on. Crew Moeller has been the most dangerous hitter in this lineup in the early going. He swings at the first pitch and sends a high fly ball to center field. Coming in on it is DiCarlo. Tagging at third is Torres. He'll come for the plate. The throw is cut off. It's an easy score. They'll throw behind Morrison at second, but he slides in safely. It's a sac fly for Crew Moeller. The Sasquatch are on the board, up 1-0.
Crew Moeller did exactly what he needed to do, put something up into the air just deep enough to score the speedy Torres. And like you said, there's no relief, as now up is one guy that can hit him as far as anybody else.
Yeah, Ben Melendrez coming to the plate. We've been talking about it all week. The shot heard round the world. He launched a home run in Game 1 of the Zap Series in Pierre. We think it went about 450 feet. Here he's got 2 on, 2 out, bottom 1. Alexander's first pitch is in the dirt. Morrison stays put at second base. On the season now, Melendrez has bumped the numbers up. 918 OPS, hitting 280. A focus for him so far this summer has been patience and taking his walks. Teams have very rarely given in and thrown him fastballs. And his job as a hitter is to just take the right pitches, buy himself hitter's counts where he's more likely to get a fastball. Because when you throw him one over the heart of the plate, it's no secret that thing could end up at the fire station out in center field. Here, a ball and a strike on him. Alexander delivers low. So Melendrez ahead in the count, doing exactly what Coach Dimas has been asking of him. Accommodating to the way he's been attacked as one of the best hitters on this team. He got here a couple days late, but has very quickly risen the ranks in walks. He's got 6 of them. That's the highest number on the team. The 2-1 is grounded to shortstop. On the backhand, Taylor sets his feet, throws in time. What a throw from Cy Taylor. Cuts down Melendrez at first and ends the first inning. The Sasquatch do put a run on the board. Through 1 inning of play, They are on top, 1-0.
Now, and I'm majoring in biology and getting a minor in chemistry on a pre-dental track. It's a great community. Everybody has your back. You will gain so many more opportunities than you even thought possible. Being a part of BH in a small community, you have more ties and connections with students and advisors. Being able to have those gives you a pathway to more opportunities.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
We're all good.
Sasquatch ahead 1-0 here in game 1 of this 2-game homestand against the Oahe Zap. JJ Manuel will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Zap order here in the second inning. Moved through the top half of the lineup pretty seamlessly, allowed an infield single to Gavin Frazier, but that was all the damage. He threw a lot of strikes, didn't get into deep counts, and that's something we saw the last time he took the mound. Against this Zap team, we both believe that it took until the 5th inning for him to even get to a 3-ball count. That tells you the type of pitcher that Manuel is. As he makes his final warm-up toss, Cy Taylor will take the batter's box. You just saw him flash the leather in the bottom half of the first inning. Backhanded one in the hole and made a strong throw to cut down Ben Melendrez. What could be a big moment in this game early. The Sasquatch could have had the bases loaded, but instead it was a harmless 6-3 ground out to end the inning. There's a strike. 0-1, the count on the shortstop, who has put together good at-bats, a .435 on-base percentage, but he has had to earn a lot of those bases. He's been hit 7 times. Kind of hard to believe, considering how early we are into the season. He's been a ball magnet. 3 hit by pitches in one of the games against the Sasquatch and Pierre. Here he sends a line drive into center field. Morrison coming on. He'll make the catch for the first out. Taylor retired. Quinn Ludvigsen to the plate. Ludvigsen is one of a couple guys in this Oahe lineup who started out hitting well but has slowed down. He's 4 for his last 23. A second-year Zap seemed ready to go out of the gate, but there hasn't been a lot in the way of production lately. That being said, he is atop the team in extra base hits with 3, tied with Ty Farwell and some others for that mark. Here he's ahead in the count, 2-0. The Wisconsin native is also very patient. He's drawn a team-high 9 walks. Here he takes a nice backdoor breaking ball in the zone, 2-1. You get the sense that if the Zap are going to turn things around after a 3-9 start to the season, Ludvigsen is going to be a big part of it. Here he sends a drive into deep right field. Down the line, Kwapnowski chasing, but that's one hop off the wall. He slips out there. Ludvigsen will throttle down at second base with a 1-out double. The Zap would like to see a whole lot of that going forward. First runner in scoring position for Oahe with 1 out.
Just found a pitch that he could take. JJ left that a little bit too much on the inside part of the plate, and Ludvigsen didn't miss it. Sent it right down the right field line.
Yeah, just a breaking ball right in the lefty wheelhouse, down and in. You can just drop the barrel to it, catch it out in front with a little more juice. If you caught it a few millimeters off the barrel closer, might have been a home run. Here, Dominic DiCarlo swings and misses through strike one. DiCarlo has shuffled all around the lineup early this season. Started leadoff, went down to the 9-hole, but worked his way back up to 7th in the order. Hitting .250 on the season thus far. Count 1-1. And in that last series against the Sasquatch, things started to turn his way a bit more. Went 4 for 11 in the 3-game set in Pier. Base hit here he went, but it gets away from Aragon. Advancing to third is Quinn Ludvigsen. And the Zap have the tying run in scoring position 90 feet away with 1 out. In just the second inning with a 1-run lead, the Sasquatch infield will play back. They'll certainly trade that run for an out. They're concerned more about limiting big innings. Manuel home. Stares at Ludvigsen. Here's the 3-2. Popped foul.
Remember to take your foul ball over to the concession stand and get a squash buck. Brought to you by State Farm Agent Joey.
It's a big out here for JJ to get without giving up a run.
Another 3-2 coming. High chop gets by Torres. Moeller fields on the backhand. The throw to first was on the money, but not nearly in time. He was way out in left field by the time he could release it and had to throw off his body. It's an RBI single for Dominic DiCarlo. The Zapper on the board. We're all tied at 1.
Couldn't quite get enough on it to get it out of the infield. Moeller, of course, with some range, but put it out of reach for Moeller to make a play over at first.
There's a first pitch breaking ball to Blake Imhoff. A lot of mainstays in the first 7 hitters, but Imhoff has been more sporadically in and out of the lineup. Here he pulls to bunt, reaches out, and knocks it foul. Quickly behind 0-2. The Duluth, Minnesota native has really struggled out of the gate. 19 plate appearances, hitting .067. But getting run, trying to right the ship. The summer is very young. Only a 4th of the season come and gone. Manuel checking in on DiCarlo over at first base. He already showed off his wheels with that infield single. He's got 1 stolen base this season. So again, throwing over, this time a little more mustard on it from Manuel. No balls and 2 strikes here on Imhoff. Manuel gets a chopper to first base, but foul. Long look in here. Manuel and Aragon trying to agree on a pitch. Again, JJ's got 5 different weapons at his disposal. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes for second. The pitch is cut on and missed. Throw down is in time. Strike him out, throw him out. Double play to end the top of the 2nd inning. Manuel cruising through. The Zap do put a run on the board. We're tied 1-1 through an inning and a half.
Going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care, with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going, with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
You check that out, see how it looks.
disregard the knife stone in photography at the stake. Use what you learned in class to apply to actual techniques and not just product to have an actual purpose behind the system. I think it's totally the other things are whatever, I'm totally
1-1 your score here, bottom of the second inning. The Zap knock their first one on the board in the top half of the inning, but the Sasquatch with a flashy play to get out of further trouble. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. After 6 hitters came to the plate in the first inning for Spearfish, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order here, bottom of the second inning, starting with tonight's designated hitter, Carter Towns. In a lineup with a lot of impressive hitters, you could certainly argue that Carter Towns has been the most impressive in the early going, with the way that he's blended power with plate discipline and good at-bats. He swings at the first pitch, chops it to first. Ludvigsen fields and puts him away for the first out. Quick out there on the 3 unassisted as it brings up Kendrick Aragon. You'll see Aragon subbing in and out of the lineup a little more now that, again, the cavalry has arrived for the Sasquatch. They were down to 2 catchers, and with Lawson Ward's injury, Hayden Swain had to step on for the weekend, but now 3 guys in the saddle. First pitch to Aragon is a strike. The numbers may not jump off the page thus far, a .217 average, a .650 OPS, but what Kendrick Aragon has done is put together tremendous at-bats, and he's seen a lot of pitches. Here he sends a line drive into shallow left field, charging and making the catch is Imhoff for the second out here in the second inning. So Trey Alexander working efficiently here. 2 quick outs against the bottom of the Sasquatch order and brings up the 9-man and Malachi Lopez. This is generally where you see Ben Fewer, but he's getting his first day off of the season today. Lopez has been a good contact guy, a .321 average in the early going. Takes the first pitch for a strike. You've seen him shuffle around the infield. He even came on and tossed 3 big innings against Casper in that road series in a game the Squatch won. Here he sends a fly ball into left center field. Chasing after it is Imhoff and DiCarlo, but it dropped between them. It's a 2-out base knock for Malachi Lopez on the blooper. It flips the lineup over. See if Spearfish can put together a 2-out rally.
Lopez just split the difference there. Put it directly in the middle between them. A little bit of miscommunication out there and falls for a hit.
And anytime you can give the Sasquatch extra life, especially with 2 outs, you better be careful. 32 out RBIs for the Spearfish team in 8 games. Iandoli, a big part of that, goes ahead in the count 1-0. 9 RBIs thus far is tied for the second highest mark on the season. He can put the ball in the gap. Malachi Lopez would certainly score from first base on a double. There's a line drive right back up the middle. Coming in is DiCarlo, but it hops in front of him. Lopez rounds second. He's going for third. The throw is in time. Strong play from the Gold Glover in center field. Mason Melton put on the tag. And the Sasquatch are cut down here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs cross the plate as we head to the third.
home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. We're home for the newest games.
I learned about the Black Hills Underground campus, where Black Hills has a partnership with Surf, an old gold mine that has been converted into a science lab almost a mile underground. We're studying neutrinos and looking for WIMPs or dark matter, thinking about the most profound mysteries of the universe. You don't expect it to be a mile underground. It's super cool.
Thinking knee replacement? With the
9-1-2 for the Zap here in the top of the third inning. After putting a run on the board in the top of the second, a big play from Dominic DiCarlo, throw from center field, an outfield assist to stop the Sasquatch in their tracks in the bottom of the second inning. Here it'll be Dylan Bowie to lead off. Tonight's right fielder has had limited playing time, 12 plate appearances in the early going. First pitch, line drives, left field, base hit. One hop in front of Iandoli, so the leadoff man is on. And the Zap, who mustered just 2 hits in 5 2/3 innings against J.J. Manuel a week and a half ago, have doubled that number, recording just 6 outs here tonight. Now they'll get a second trip through the lineup with Mason Melton. Manuel will throw over. Nice move, but Bowie is back in time. Melton has become the everyday leadoff man. He's reached base safely in 10 straight games. First pitch is high. Looked like a curveball, which slipped out of the hand a bit early. The numbers aren't gaudy for the third baseman, but they'll certainly take that consistency. Again, throwing over to first base was Manuel. A 367 on base, but like many of his fellow Zap hitters, just not a lot of power to go. As a lot of attention being paid over to Dylan Bowie at first base. He has not stolen a base. It doesn't mean he doesn't have some wheels on him. Again, pretty limited sample size. As there's another pickoff attempt. What is that, 3, 4?
I think that's 4. You know, they say never thrice, but yeah, that's getting close to 4 times in a row now.
Now we'll come home. The pitch is outside. 2-0 on Melton, who a lot of his ability to reach on base has come from his good bat-to-ball skills, hitting .286. There's a strike, 2-1, the count on the third baseman. We've seen versatility on the left side of the infield. Melton has also played some shortstop. Again, back in time is Bowie. That's the 5th time that J.J. Manuel has thrown over to first here. Here comes the 2-1. Curve ball up high. Melton in the driver's seat, ahead 3-1.
I liked it. I liked the spot. Just couldn't quite get the call.
You're not going to see a lot of high curve balls, but trying to get it there. There's a fastball yanked outside for ball 4. It's the first walk issued by J.J. Manuel. It puts 2 runners aboard with 1 out for Gavin Frazier. Frazier singled in the first inning, but was left stranded there. Came out of the gates red hot. 0-1. His numbers have still been very good. Now 4 for his last 15, but the OPS is up at 900. On base, near 500. He checks his swing, but the pitch is in the zone regardless. JJ Manuel quickly ahead 0-2.
It's good for JJ to get back in the zone here early in the count, get a good lead, looking for an important first out.
Manuel's 0-2. Misses outside, try to get him to chase at a breaking ball. Frazier, not your prototypical strikeout victim, just 4 of them so far, and that's in 41 plate appearances. Manuel trying to get the punchy, his 1-2. Grounded to second base. Throw to Moeller for 1, on to first. It's a double play. 4-6-3 and a beauty. And the Sasquatch just 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. Runner on third base, 2 down for Ty Farwell.
It's a really good pitch from JJ to get a ball on the ground, tailor-made. Out to second base. Lopez and Moeller making a clean turn. All of a sudden, this inning, it becomes very manageable.
First pitch to Ty Farwell, a wave and a miss. That's one of the prettier curveballs we've seen thus far. Farwell struck out in the first inning on a really nice splitter. Manuel hasn't thrown a ton of splitters here in the early going, but that was the best executed we've seen. The 0-1. Back to the curveball, but this time it's out of the strike zone. Farwell, prime RBI spot. The man who leads the team in hits and ribbies. Trying to give the Zap the lead. The 1-1 is tapped right back to JJ. He's going to take it to the bag himself. And after getting the first 2 base runners on, the Zap come away empty-handed in the third. 1-1 is your score. The Sasquatch coming to bat here in the bottom of the third inning.
Area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Dominic Torres will get his second trip to the plate here to open the bottom of the third inning. 2, 3, and 4 in the Sasquatch order against Trey Alexander. First pitch, miss is low. Torres knocked a base hit and came around to score in the first inning. The Sasquatch have had traffic on the bases for much of this game, but only that 1 run to show for it. Nice pitch on the outer black, evens the count at 1-1. Two balls and a strike now.
It's 2 pitches right on the outside part of the zone, clipping that outside corner. Torres got a battle now.
Behind in the count, the pitch is yanked. Looked like he went back to the slider. Didn't have the feel for it. Evens up the count. Dominic Torres, just 3 strikeouts on the season. Behind in the count, takes one up and inside, bending out of the way. Alexander has been working quickly. A lot of swings early in the count. But here a payoff. A hot shot down the left field line. There's a base hit. Imhoff fields it and gets it in quickly. So Torres is 2 for 2. 2 base knocks. This time as the leadoff man for Maddox Morrison.
It's hit hard towards the hot corner. Got to feel good after that at bat if you're Dom Torres.
Maddox Morrison had to walk off after getting hit by a pitch on the foot. Not the most painful location. Torres goes for second. The throw down is way off to the right. It's an easy stolen bag for the man who's committed more theft than anyone in the ILB. It's his 9th stolen bag in 10 tries. It puts him in scoring position for Maddox Morrison. And Justin, this is a great combination here. You get Torres, who gets on base, steals bases. Now Maddox Morrison, who leads the team in RBIs. He'll have a lot of chances with runners in scoring position with this lineup configuration.
If you hit behind Dom Torres, you're probably going to rack up a lot of RBIs. Gets on base, got the speed. He's always in scoring position.
Alexander's 1-1. Grounded over to first. Ludvigsen fields and puts away Morrison. But a productive out. Dominic Torres advances to third base. As far as quality at-bats go, that one will be awarded as a success for Morrison. It brings Sam Kwapnoski to the plate. 1 out, runner on third base. The Sasquatch trying to take the lead. The Zap infield is back everywhere besides at third with Melton. First pitch is inside. Melton in a bit to keep Torres honest at the third base bag so that he can't scamper on home if anything gets away from the catcher Farwell at all. The 1-0. Fouled away. It goes out of play. Quap busted 11 home runs this season for Doane in one of their best years in school history. Trying to keep that momentum rolling here into the summer. The 1-1. There's a fly ball into center field. DeCarlo is under it, but Torres tags and he will score easily. Rinse and repeat. 2 runs for the Sasquatch on 2 sac flies. They're on top 2-1 here, bottom 3.
First time it was Crew. This time it's Quap. Torres putting up runs on the board, and the Squatch retake the lead.
And you see back-to-back good pieces of situational hitting. Morrison gets the runner over, and Quap drives him in. Now 2 outs, nobody on for Crew Moeller. He takes the first pitch high and inside. As Justin noted, sac fly in the first inning for the man who leads the team with an OPS over 1,200. He takes a strike there. Justin, just the things that he's been able to do. An OPS up above 1,200. He's pitched well. Today's playing shortstop. A tremendous athlete. And Coach Demas has said he thinks that this is a guy who he might not even know just how good he is at the game of baseball yet. Keep in mind, this is a true freshman. He still has another year of JUCO ball at Crowder. Here he sends a high pop first base side and out of play. And then after that, he's got the opportunity to go transfer and play some Division I baseball. He can already top out at 95. You've seen the power. 2 home runs in the early going. Justin, truly the sky is the limit.
Yeah, for sure. If you can do it on both sides of the baseball, on the mound and at the plate, it can go a long way.
Alexander kicks, fires with the 2-2. Breaking ball up high. That'll move things full.
Pitch is brought to you from Highmark Credit Union. Do you know if your account is paying you like it should? Highmark has 6.05% interest on checking accounts. That's good.
Ready with the payoff. Alexander's pitch is low and outside for ball 4. So Krumholzer fights back and the count works a walk. That'll buy Ben Melendrez a trip to the plate in the 3rd.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 34, Benjamin Melendrez.
Melendrez, one of those guys that I'd never want to face. You got to see just how much power he has in, when the Squatch were in Pierre.
It was an audio-only stream, so you folks at home couldn't have seen it on my end. Maybe with the Zap broadcast. There's a first pitch strike. But yeah, that was a mammoth shot. And Oahe saw that. They also see a man who steps into the plate at 6 feet, 230 pounds. He got a fastball right there, but when he comes to the plate, he doesn't get more than one typically. As there is a breaking ball. It misses outside. And it can be frustrating as a hitter, certainly. You come up, you're ready to hit, take big hacks as a power guy who wants to produce, but sometimes it's just not in the cards. Teams won't pitch you to let you do damage, so you have to move the line. There's a breaking ball, which is smoked to right center field. DeCarlo's back on it. That one is gone. Ben Melendrez with an Oppo Taco. Right on cue, and the Sasquatch extend their lead. They're up 4-1. Well, sometimes, Justin, you have to create your own situations to do damage. It's a good pitch. It's a breaking ball on the outer half. He takes it to the deepest part of the park, but nothing can hold in the power of Ben Melendrez. That shows it off right there. I mean, there's not a lot of guys at this level who can do that with a wood bat. Carter Towns up to the plate. 3 runs already home in the 3rd for the Squatch. The first pitch is outside.
You know that Melendrez is a complete hitter if he takes a pitch with authority to the opposite field. You know, right away before we'd even met Ben, we were talking to Phil about him. First thing he said, he's a complete hitter, and that's the best showing of what a complete hitter is.
I mean, that swing right there, put a bow on it. That's what you remember when you're slumping as a hitter. That's one of the more impressive swings we've seen all year. There's a wave and a miss. Taking a big hack ahead 2-0 was Towns.
I like that swing. And hitters count, got something on the inner half. Try to go out and get it.
Still ahead, seeking out a good pitch to hit. The 2-1 to Towns is high and outside. It's funny if you put them back to back in the lineup, you'd certainly pick Melendrez as the guy who's got more pop in his bat. But Carter Towns, don't sleep on it. He's got 2 home runs, the same amount as Melendrez. They're tied for Krumholzer for the team lead. Looking to do damage. Here comes Alexander's 3-1. That's outside, ball 4. Carter Towns doing what he's done all year, putting together good at-bats. The line keeps moving. Kendrick Aragon comes to the plate as the Zap infield will convene to have a conference on the mound.
Yeah, Towns, a guy with a little bit of sneaky pop. You look at him, sure, he can hit. You think he might be able to hit wall scrapers, but he can put him out just with everybody else. Saw that in the opening series against the Zap. Game 2 of the season, put one well out of right field.
He also snuck one out against the Zap and Pier. And it goes to show you, you don't have to be the biggest guy, but if you can swing the right way, you can create game power without having a lot of raw power. What it comes down to is being able to pull fly balls, hit them hard, catch the baseball out in front. Carter Towns does a great job of that. Kendrick Aragon now will take the plate. First pitch is upstairs. Aragon flew out to left field last inning. Hit one pretty well. And while the numbers aren't great, he's worked a lot of great at-bats. He's seeing the most pitches per plate appearance on the team at nearly 4.5. The ball gets away there from Farwell. It's called a strike, but Towns will move ahead to second base. Aragon will get a chance with a runner in scoring position, where the Sasquatch lineup has flourished, hitting .373 as a team in these opportunities. With 2 outs, a base hit likely to score Towns from second. Pretty big gap between first and second base. Aragon could poke one through the right side here. Instead, he swings and misses. Fastball up in the zone puts Alexander ahead. Sasquatch lineup has yet to punch out through 2 2/3 innings here tonight. Alexander's 1-2. Lined into right field. That's down for a base hit. Playing it on a hop is Bowie. Coming for home and scoring is Towns. It's an RBI single for Kendrick Aragon. Nice piece of hitting puts the Sasquatch ahead 5-1.
That's exactly what you were talking about, Nikita. Kendrick putting together good at-bats. And when you put together good at-bats, that'll happen. You'll find a pitch on the outer half that you like, put good wood on it, send it the other way, and you've got yourself an RBI.
Malachi Lopez, the 8th man to come to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Looking to continue the forward momentum. Goes ahead 1-0. And when you look at the way that this inning has unfolded, the Sasquatch have shown 3 different ways that they can beat you. Situational hitting, groundouts to move guys over to third base with less than 2, and a sac fly. You see the power on the homer from Melendrez. And then you see good base running. Carter Towns works an at-bat, gets himself to second on a wild pitch, which didn't get too far away. And because of that, he's able to score on a base hit from Kendrick Aragon. This isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of lineup. Everybody does their part, they know their role, and they play it well. And that's how you get to a 6-2 record and put up as many runs as they have. Here, Malachi Lopez is ahead, 3 balls and no strikes, as things have kind of unraveled for Trey Alexander in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The leadoff man, Bobo Iandoli, awaits on deck. The 3-0 is outside for ball 4. Lopez works a walk. Aragon advances to second base. And the Squatch, who've already put together 4 runs in the inning, 3 runs with 2 outs, are trying to create some more damage for themselves. There will be a meeting on the mound. Have not seen a signal out to the bullpen just yet, so don't know if the day will be done for Trey Alexander.
Lucas Toll out in the bullpen, just starting to get warm. There's some light throwing out there.
Yeah, he has not started truly throwing, pitching from 60 feet yet. So it'll be a moment before he gets his chance to come into the game. It gives the Sasquatch an opportunity to do some more damage against Alexander, who they've seen a lot of now recently. It's the 3rd time they're going to see him here today. Iandoli marks the 3rd trip through the order. Bobo is 1 for 2 today, a single and a fly out. First pitch, lined right back up the middle. DiCarlo charging, he dives, but it gets by him. It's rolling back towards the wall. Coming around third is Lopez. He will score easily. It's a 2-run double for Bobo Iandoli. And things have come unglued here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Sasquatch leads 7-1.
Ripped one right up the middle. Got it through the center fielder and DiCarlo, and everybody gets to go out for a jog.
Justin, it looked pretty much exactly like his base hit in the second inning. This time, DiCarlo tried to make the inning-ending catch, comes back to bite him. 1 run likely would have scored. Instead, 2, and Iandoli is in scoring position himself at second. Dominic Torres takes the first pitch fastball low, so he goes ahead. 1 ball, no strikes. He's been successful against Alexander today. 2 hits and 2 trips. Not biting on the breaking ball, well outside. Jumps ahead 2-0. He led off this inning, so the Sasquatch have batted around. Not the first time we've said that, will not be the last.
Not at all. This team bats around more than any team I've ever seen.
The 2-0. Low and outside. Should Torres get on base, it would bring Maddox Morrison back to the plate. And I don't think Trey Alexander wants anything to do with Morrison. Not that he really wants to go after Dominic Torres behind 3-0, but case of pick your poison. And he will pick Morrison as that pitch is upstairs for ball 4. And in fact, he's not going to get the opportunity to face Maddox Morrison a third time, as head coach Jamie Haybecker will come out to the mound and signal to the bullpen. Trey Alexander, smooth through 2, but blown up for 6 runs here in the third inning. The Sasquatch doing what they do best. We'll step aside for a moment. New arm when we come back.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you, as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
My name is Layton Schnell, and I'm majoring in biology and getting a minor in chemistry on a pre-dental track. It's a great community. Everybody has your back. You will gain so many more opportunities than you even thought possible. Being a part of BH in a small community, you have more ties and connections with students and advisors. Being able to have those gives you a pathway to more opportunities.
The new arm for the Zap is Lucas Tolley. He'll try to stop the bleeding here. Spearfish has exploded for 6 runs. This will be his 5th appearance thus far on the summer. He's got a 7 ERA and 5 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks. This will be the 3rd time the Sasquatch see him.
Final line score for Trey Alexander: in 2 2/3 innings pitched, he allowed 7 hits, 7 runs. They were all earned. Walked 5, did not get any strikeouts. He did hit a man, and he exits in line for the loss.
Maddox Morrison, the first to see Tolley here tonight. Swing and a miss. There's strike 1.
Good aggressive swing on a fastball up in the zone to start off for Morrison.
Morrison showcased some situational hitting earlier in this frame. What was a tie game, he moved the go-ahead run over to third base on a ground out. There's a fly ball into deep left field. Going after it is Imhoff, but that's down 1 hop off the wall. Charging around third is Torres. He will score behind Iandoli. It's a 2-run double. The Sasquatch keep on banging. They've scored 8 runs in the 3rd inning. They're on top 9-1.
Just passing the bat, up and down the lineup. Again, hitting around again and hitting around with authority. Lots of good at-bats. Lots of guys getting hits with runners in scoring position.
Sam Kwapnoski will get an opportunity now. Takes the first pitch outside. He produced a sac fly to start the scoring here in the 3rd inning. For Maddox Morrison, it should be no surprise that he delivered another big 2-out hit. He's got 14 RBIs on the season. That leads the team. Justin, 12 of them with 2 outs. That's almost like statistical improbability. Pretty nuts. He just keeps on coming through in big spots. He came into the day with a 500 average with runners in scoring position. Well, that number's going up once again. Sam Kwapnoski, not too shabby in his own right in those situations. Takes a big cut on 2-0 and fouls it back. And why not swing big? Ahead in the count, an opportunity. Team has already put an 8 spot on the board, leading by 8 runs. This is the time to go for the kill. Tolley trying to slow down the damage here. Kopp swings and misses. Nice breaking ball there.
It's probably the first off-balance swing we've seen from the Squatch today.
Certainly feels like it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Maddox Morrison leads off of second base. Sam Kwapnoski sends a deep drive to right field. That is way back there. It's another home run, an absolute moonshot for Kwap. Put 10 on the board in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Sasquatch can't stop, won't stop.
There is a tin building out across the alleyway deep in right field. You can just see it at the top right of the screen. That probably got close to that building if it didn't hit it.
And Justin, he leaned back on that one. He watched it. He admired his work there, as he should. What an inning for the Sasquatch. Crew Moeller now come to the plate. He swings and misses through the first pitch.
It's another one of those innings that just kind of leaves you speechless. So you don't know what to say.
For Kwap, it's his 2nd homer in 4 games as Moeller grounds one into shortstop. Taylor fields on a backhand. He'll have no play. Wisely eats it. It's an infield single for Crew. It keeps the inning alive. And it brings Ben Melendrez to the plate. We thought that Ben had the biggest swing of the inning earlier. A 2-out, 2-run homer in the 3rd to make it a 4-1 game. Well, now, I think that one's been outdone. On the 2-run shot by Kwap, let's see if Ben will match it. It's an 11-1 ball game. 10 runs have scored in the 3rd inning for the Sasquatch. Crew Moeller leads off of first base. There's a fastball, which misses away.
I mean, you can love opposite field home runs, but there's nothing as majestic as a high pulled fly ball that you know has got plenty of room to make it out.
Moeller goes for second. The pitch is grounded to short. Taylor bobbles, but the throw is still in time. Melendrez is set down, and finally, the Sasquatch are retired, but not before putting up 10 runs. They
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Hart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Hart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Well, this game has changed in a hurry. The Sasquatch put up 10 runs in the bottom of the third inning. And at Bark in the Park night at the stadium, the Sasquatch lineup has been all bark and all bite.
They've been loud and they've done damage. It's a perfect way to put it. Perfectly on theme. And JJ has finished up his warm-up pitches. We're ready to get going again.
JJ Manuel has all the run support in the world to work with. He embraces with Dominic Torres behind the mound before the inning. Certainly a lower stakes situation now for the right-hander. He's done a good job through 3 innings. Has allowed 4 hits and 1 walk, but only 1 run has come across the plate. Here comes the first pitch. It's low. The Zap will try to muster some runs, chip into this 10-run deficit. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Landon Meyer, the first man to come to the plate. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. 2-0 the count.
It's important for JJ to come out this inning and establish the strike zone early. Working with the 10-run lead, you got nothing to worry about. Just got to get the ball in the zone.
As he does, right on cue there. Flips the breaking ball in. And you wonder what the pitch count will look like for Manuel now, pitching with such a big lead. Certainly want to get him his work, but there are also a lot of guys who Coach Demos, Coach McBroom want to get some action. And this is a golden opportunity to work on different pitches, try things out, and see if something might just stick. Summer ball is all about development. A lot of these guys are working on 3rd, 4th, 5th pitches. In Manuel's case, he's already got 5 at his disposal, so it's just about getting comfortability, throwing pitches in different counts where he might not normally use them. Here comes his 3-2. That's outside for ball 4. Actually, I jumped the gun there. It's a called strike 3 on the outside. Meyer had emphatically tossed the bat towards the third base dugout, but instead he'll walk back there in that direction. It's a backwards K for Manuel to start the 4th inning. Next into the batter's box, it's Cy Taylor. First pitch swinging and coming up with air. There's a nice curveball from JJ. Couple guys you can expect to see today. Behind Manuel, Tyler Russ, Coulter Wilson, and Whately Kolopek, as that pitch was fouled right into the Sasquatch dugout. Manuel quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Looking for his 3rd strikeout victim of the day, the 0-2. Wave and a miss, strike 3. JJ tossing up the arm. Happy with that result. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the 4th inning. Quinn Ludvigsen now will come to the plate. Really, the only stain on JJ Manuel's line came in the 2nd inning with Ludvigsen. He took a hanging curveball down the right field line for a double. The next man drove him home on a base hit. There's strike 1. That one looked like the splitter.
Starting off with a split, huh?
Why not?
Yeah.
This is the kind of situation where you get to test that out. That's definitely the curveball there. Both of them in the zone, quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
We'll see if he pitches them backwards. Started with the split, went to a curve, got an 0-2 count. Now maybe a fastball high, up out of the zone. Get back in the dugout.
I like that thought process. Let's see if he agrees. Manuel's 0-2. It is a high fastball. That had some onside run. Figure it might have been a 2-seamer. Ludvigsen did a good job not biting. Again, patient hitter at the plate. He's walked 9 times. That leads the team. 1-2. Hot shot into right field for a base hit. So Quinn Ludvigsen having a good day at the office. It's his second knock and 2 trips to the plate.
It's a good piece of hitting for Quinn. Got a pitch that he could handle and just put it on the ground right to the left. Glove side of Malachi Lopez. Couldn't do anything with it, though.
Dominic DiCarlo hit an RBI single. Crew Moeller almost made a spectacular play in the outfield grass, but with DiCarlo's speed, there was no shot at gunning him down. He took the first pitch for Emmanuel high right there, 1-0. Ludvigsen leading off of first base. Not much of a worry for the Sasquatch. There's a grounder down the left field line, but just foul. $11 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Spearfish. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Zap in the 4th inning. Quinn Ludvigsen leads off first base. There's a fastball low. Looks like JJ Manuel is adjusting something out behind the pitcher's mound here. But going back to what I was talking about in development and getting guys opportunities, obviously you take the big lead, but Justin, it almost throws a wrench into your plans where now the Sasquatch are up big. If they keep on rolling offensively, you're only going to play 7 innings here tonight.
Yeah, it can cut your pitching plans short.
Nice pitch on the inner half to DiCarlo. Evens the count up 2-2.
Firm fastball on the inside half. Certainly makes you think as a hitter.
Perfect opportunity to break off a slider or a curveball away to tunnel off that. They checked in on Ludvigsen, but he was back with ease. Already 2 batters down via the K in the 4th inning. Can he strike out the side? There's a breaking ball. Gets away from Aragon. Ludvigsen makes it into second base with a feet-first slide. Again, the Squatch not losing sleep over that runner moving up 90 feet. Manuel trying to buckle down. What do you think? What pitch are you throwing here on 3-2?
3-2. DiCarlo at the plate. I'm going splitter down away.
There's a high chop in the 5-6 hole. Diving attempt by Moeller, but it is by him into left field. Ludvigsen held up, making sure that Moeller didn't field it cleanly. With 2 outs, not sure if that's quite the way to go, but not trying to take any risks. Regardless, it's a base hit for DiCarlo. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And the Zap have runners on the corners here in the top of the 4th.
Just a high chopper. Moeller couldn't get leather on it. And now Manuel gets some experience pitching out of a jam.
There's a high pop-up, shallow right field. Malachi Lopez is under it. Makes the catch and retires the side. Zap get a couple of men on base via 2 hits, but they leave them both stranded through 3.5 innings. It is all Sasquatch. They're on top, 11-1.
I'm Noah Westergaard, and I'm studying photography at Black Hills State. Being able to use what I learned in class to apply to actual things and not just a project for a grade, to have an actual purpose behind some stuff, I think it's pretty rewarding. The opportunities are there. I know that I'll be able to do whatever comes my way.
After getting roughed up in the bottom of the third inning, Lucas Tolley continues his work. In the fourth, he'll start his inning against Carter Towns.
Spearfish Sasquatch, number 40, Carter Town.
Towns walked in his only trip to the plate in the fourth inning. First pitch is outside. 10 runs hung on the board for the Sasquatch, 2 homers. And with that, here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, we got to see the debut of a new home run celebration. Previously, the Squatch had been going with the classic jump up, elbow to elbow bash. I don't know the official name for that, but Coach Demos came up with a new idea for a home run celly. And it's a basketball hoop.
I am a fan. He got one of those mini hoops with the basketball. On theme, the hoop is blue. And we got guys dunking back into the dugout.
There's a strike on Towns.
After sending one over the fence. Got some good energy. I love it. I love a good home run celebration. I love a good prop.
That's fouled back. And yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that it's a prop, Justin, because in spring ball, guys don't have the opportunity to do that kind of thing. So it's another fun element of the summer. It's a reminder that these guys they're playing baseball. They're here to have fun playing a kid's game. And it's a great opportunity to have fun. And there's a fly ball to left field. Imhoff backtracks, makes the catch, first out.
It's one thing that maybe I don't love about the lower levels of baseball. High school baseball doesn't allow that. At least here in South Dakota, they don't allow props. It's nice to see them every now and then.
Kendrick Aragon takes a first pitch strike. We've seen that become such a big factor at the major league level. You know, the Blue Jays with their home run jacket. The Yankees used to do like a Tonight Show interview with Ronald Torreyes. That's a deep cut for my Yankee fans out there. But it's such a fun part of the game, and it's great to see it brought to this level because it really brings these guys together. You know, a lot of them haven't known each other for all that long, and this gives them something to bond over. Coach Demos also said, look, it's just a little extra incentive. Not that you need much more to hit a home run, but let me say, when Quap came back to the dugout, he really put something behind that dunk. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch from Tolley to get Aragon.
Another detail. Everybody gets a sticker. You get to put a sticker on the backboard every time that you hit one. I think got something with your name on it. Just another thing.
Yeah, and the way things are going, that thing is going to be filled up with stickers by the end of the season.
Gonna need a new one.
Malachi Lopez reaches out, pops up the first pitch on the right side of the infield. Lugvskin calls, makes the catch, and retires the side. Squatch go down 1-2-3 in the fourth inning. We'll be back in a few.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
I learned about the Black Hills Underground campus where Black Hills has a partnership with Surf, an old gold mine that has been converted into a science lab almost a mile underground. We're studying neutrinos and looking for WIMPs or dark matter, thinking about the most profound mysteries of the universe. You don't expect it to be a mile underground. It's super cool.
Thinking knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
With the Sasquatch up big, JJ Manuel's day is done. Here in the top of the fifth inning, New man on the mound is Tyler Russ. Justin, give us the final line on JJ.
JJ, through 4 innings pitched, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, it was earned, walked 1, struck out 4, a couple of wild pitches in there. 60 pitches total, 39 of which for strikes. That's a good ratio for a starting pitcher. Overall, consider it a good day for JJ. Does not exit in line for the win, did not complete 5 innings pitched. So we move on.
And we move on to Tyler Russ, returning for his second season with the Sasquatch, but he just got here a couple days ago. Last summer, great numbers. 7 appearances, 8 2/3 innings, a 3.12 ERA, 12 strikeouts and 5 walks from the U.S. Air Force Academy.
When I was first looking over, seeing who they had signed, I was interested to see that on the graphic, on his graphic on social media, that he was signed out of the U.S. Air Force Academy. Kind of an interesting place,
yeah,
to see a summer ball guy from. I'm all about it.
It's one of the best stories on the team. You see him pumping his chest, firing himself up before the first outing of the summer. He will face 9-1-2 in the Zap order. First pitch grounded to Melendrez. Goes to the bag. 4 out, number 1.
1 pitch, 1 out. That's the best way to start a relief outing.
Yeah, especially when you come in with a 10-run lead. No need to waste bullets. Just throw it in the zone. Hey, can you hit it?
I heard out somewhere off to the first base side of the crowd, out of the crowd, a very long "Go Tyler." Somebody likes the returner.
It's great to see guys come back, especially after the success the Squatch had last summer. There's a strike to Mason Melton. The coaching staff might have changed, but the winning ways haven't. Squatch team, which went 35-17, won their first ILB championship last year. Well on their way to... Of course, you don't want to jump the gun. Well on their way to a 7-2 record. Well on their way to a lot of wins going forward this season. And with all these new guys, 6 new pitchers coming into the fold, it's a really nice addition to have to this team. There's a chopper. Actually did not bounce. Thought it was a 1-hop out to Lopez, but he caught it on the fly. 2 up, 2 down. Tyler Russ. Great fuel efficiency here early.
Yeah, what is that? 3 pitches, 2 outs? 4 pitches, 2 outs? Something like that.
I believe it's 4. 2 pitches per batter? That'll play.
Yeah, that will.
Gavin Frazier is 1 for 2 today as he comes to the plate. Grounded into a double play in the 3rd inning. There's a strike. Some good deception with Russ. He releases the ball up high. It kind of has a quirky hitch with the glove up above his head before he comes home. There's a pop-up shallow center field. Moeller will make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning on 6 pitches for Tyler Russ. What a way to welcome yourself back to Spearfish. We're halfway through. The Sasquatch lead 11-1.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
At Monument,
Bottom 5 here. Sasquatch lead 11-1. They scored 1 run in the first, 10 runs in the third. After a 6-pitch inning from Tyler Russ, that's Coulter Wilson up and throwing in the Squatch bullpen. We could see him come out to start the 6th, but we could also see Tyler Russ come out. That remains to be seen. Of course, with the Squatch up 10 right now, should this lead stay where it is, we'd only play 7 innings tonight, so Coach Demos wants to make sure all his guys get work. First things foremost, the Sasquatch try to put more runs on the board, starting with Bobo Iandoli. Iandoli had a 2-run double in that big-time 10-run third inning. He is 2 for 3 today. The count is even at 1-1. There's a chopper to first base. Over the bag, Ludvigsen fields. And there's 1 down.
Got a pitch to hit. Just chopped it a little bit much. Got too far on top of the baseball. It's an easy ground out to Ludvigsen.
And now it's Dominic Torres. Takes the first pitch slider away. He's 2 for 2. Also drew a walk last time he came to the plate in the third when everyone got at least 1 shot at it. Torres had 2 opportunities and made the most of them. First time it was a single and a stolen bag, which seemed pretty important at the moment, as he scored the go-ahead run for the Sasquatch. Here he takes a pitch low and inside corner, 1-2. But then, of course, the rest of the lineup came through and banged. They scored 9 runs with 2 outs in the inning. Almost hit was Torres there on a 2-seamer. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the second hitter in the Spearfish order. And now the count is full after a low breaking ball.
You know, something we haven't mentioned. I'm a fan of these navy blues from the Zap.
Yeah.
They look clean.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch from Tolley. He's buckled down, set down 6 straight hitters after a rude welcome to tonight's ballgame.
Yeah, he's settled in nicely here. Coming out of the second inning.
Maddox Morrison swings and sends the first pitch foul. He showed off his oppo pop. He's not the biggest guy in this lineup. There are a lot of guys who stand 6'3", 6'4", well above 200 pounds. Max is just 5'9", but he's really got juice. During the spring at Crowder College, he hit more than 1 home run the other way, and he one-hopped one off the wall down the left field line for a 2-run double. A guy who's just been so good in big opportunities. When he's a chance to blow a game open, he doesn't pass up on it.
Yeah. Smaller frame, good short, compact swing.
There's another nice swing there. Ropes one right back up the middle for a base hit. It's his second knock of the day. And here it's Sam Kwapnowski. Kwap with the exclamation mark in the third inning. An absolute mammoth shot to aid Spearfish's 10-run inning. It was his second homer of the year. There's another hot shot down the right field line, but foul. Ball really jumps off of his bat.
It's one of those guys with elite swing speed that when he makes full contact, he finds good wood, it's going to go a long way.
There's a hard ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Morrison chug it into third base. He makes it easily. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 4, Drew Moeller.
So after setting down 6 straight, 2 outs, and here come the Sasquatch. The 2-out hitting has been one of the stories of the summer so far. Let's see if they can tack on some more 2-out ribbies. Drew Moeller, half-hearted hack, but home plate umpire says he went, so it's 0-1. Maddox Morrison at third, Sam Kwapnoski over at first base. There's a high pop-up on the infield. Foul territory, but playable. Making the catch is Mason Melton. That will retire the side. Sasquatch come up empty in the bottom of the 5th inning, but they're on top 11-1 as we go to the 6th.
Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
My name is Leighton Schnell, and I'm majoring in biology and getting a minor in chemistry on a pre-dental track. It's a great community. Everybody has your back. You will gain so many more opportunities than you even thought possible. Being a part of BH in a small community, you have more ties and connections with students and advisors. Being able to have those gives you a pathway to more opportunities.
It's Coulter Wilson who takes the ball in the 6th inning. So Tyler Russ comes on, throws 6 pitches, works a 1-2-3 inning, and now his night is done. Certainly one he'll sign up for.
It's a nice, easy night. Good way to settle back in to the mound here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
You'll certainly see more of him here in the coming weeks. Wilson will come in with a nice landing spot for a lefty reliever. He'll have a lefty in Farwell and then another left-hander in Landon Meyer. He's been terrific so far this season as he pumps in strike 1. This will be his 3rd appearance. 8 innings pitched, a 2.25 ERA. 4 2/3 against Casper back on May 29th. That's the last time he's pitched. There's a hot shot to right field. Charging and making the catch is Kwapnoski. Farwell hit it on the screws, but nothing to show for it. 1 down.
Wilson is one of my favorite guys to watch pitch. Now, of course, I'm biased as a left-handed former pitcher, but he's just got something about him, the arm slot directly over the top. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah, it's nice, clean, and one of the things I appreciate is he just throws strikes and forces guys to hit. There is a first pitch strike, a beautiful slider.
Right at the knees. Perfect spot to start off an at-bat.
He just says, here it is, hit it. It's perfect in a game like this where you walk a guy, you give yourself the chance to get hurt more, because the worst case scenario here, you give up a solo shot, you're still up by 9 runs. Coulter Wilson, he just knows the situation. He puts the ball over the plate. It's funny, with the way the season has gone so far, a lot of different guys getting starts. You see relievers at the top of the leaderboard in innings pitched. Coulter Wilson, one of them. Now 8 1/3 innings of work. coming into this game. Now, of course, J.J. Manuel has surpassed that number, but it was actually Matthew Martinez who'd thrown the most innings on the season for the Sasquatch. 9 of them. Here's the 3-1 to Meyer. Grounded up the middle. That'll get by Lopez and into center field for a base hit. Meyer, who has been in the midst of a slump, will certainly take that. He's aboard with 1 out. As it brings up Cy Taylor. He's 0 for 2 today. The Zap have put hits together. 7 to be exact, but just 1 run. They'll need a whole lot more. It's getting late early here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. 1-0 on the shortstop.
It's one of those nights that just kind of flies by.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, Justin, that we're in the 6th inning, especially considering 11 runs have been put on the board.
And partner, we've been a part of some long contests here early in the season.
We sure have.
Some marathons.
That ball gets away from Aragon. The throw down to second, not in time. Lopez with a nice pick to keep it in front of him and hold Meyer at second. It was a good curveball to put Wilson ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not a big strikeout pitcher, but with that funky release point, the 12-6 plays off the fastball well. He'll get some silly hacks. Here's the 1-2. High chop. Melendrez on a bounce, takes it to the bag, 2 down.
Get some silly swings. It's also tough on your catcher. I mean, even when you know it's coming, it just sometimes can get on you. The break can be a little bit more than what you expect. It's tough to corral sometimes.
Especially with the way he releases the ball. He does a good job of hiding it. You really don't see it until it's coming at you. The first pitch to Quinn Ludwigson is a strike. He's been the star of the show for Oahe so far today. 2 hits and 2 tries. He's also been great on the mound. You won't see him today. They save him for high leverage situations, but I mean, he's practically been unhittable. Still yet to allow a run in 5 innings. Here he's behind 0-2. Coulter Wilson trying to work a scoreless frame. The pitch just outside. Nice leave from Ludwigson. Playing first base today. He just gave up his first hit of the season on the mound, his last time out there in his 5th appearance. Here he takes a fastball outside, evens the count up 2-2. Landon Meyer leads off of third base. It's another left-on-left matchup. The 2-2. Breaking ball. Tried to get it on the front door, but missed up. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Ludwigson trying to keep his perfect day going. Dominic DiCarlo is on deck. The payoff. Outside, ball 4. Nice at-bat from Ludwigson. Fell behind 0-2, but battled back. He takes first base. Dominic DiCarlo comes to the plate. And just like Quinn ahead of him, spotless day. A double, a single, an RBI. Wilson's first pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him out in front on a changeup right there.
It's a good-looking pitch to start off. Of course, we talked about it earlier with JJ pitching him backwards.
Got to keep guys on their toes. And again, it's a great opportunity to develop those secondary pitches. Looked like he threw it again right there. Another beauty.
Yeah, something with a little bit of wrinkle on it. Perfectly placed on the outside corner. Got a good lead here, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Zap here in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-2. Fastball high.
It's a good pitch. It's exactly where you want it. Threw him 2 changeups to start the at-bat. Now you went with a fastball up in the zone. Couldn't get a swing, but
The 1-2. There's a swing, and just getting a piece of it was DiCarlo. Went into and out of the glove of Kendrick Aragon. What do you make of the strategy? Pitching guys backwards? Is that what they're going for, or is it more just trying to get guys unique situations with this lead?
I think you're just trying to get off balance swings. I think that's the goal there. Especially if you've got a guy that's got a couple of hits today. He's up there maybe looking for a fastball, want to get another one. Want to go after the first straight one that you see. But instead you get a changeup.
He lofts one into shallow left field. On a slide, Bobo Iandoli makes the catch. Flashing the leather there to end the inning and leave 2 runners on base for the Zap. Sasquatch are cruising, 11-1 lead through 5.5.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Heart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Heart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
New pitcher on the mound for the Zap. It's Austin Aroka. So, end the line for Lucas Tolley. Aroka on the season has made 4 appearances, an 8.4 ERA, and 3.1 innings of work. He pitched in the final game of the 3-game set against the Sasquatch on May 27th, allowed 2 runs in 0.2 innings.
Tolley, in his day, 2 1/3 innings of work, 5 hits allowed, 2 runs. They were both earned. Struck out 2. 39 pitches, 27 strikes. It's a lot of strikes for the reliever out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he filled up the strike zone. Unfortunately for him, the Sasquatch were banging him around to begin his day. We mentioned earlier that the Squatch were trying to get Waitley Kolopek some action. He's warming up. I do believe that he will be pitching the 7th inning. Those are some pretty high-intensity tosses. But before we get there, the Sasquatch still have another opportunity. Ben Melendrez will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, up and inside.
That'll get your attention. First pitch, trying to settle in against a new guy on the mound, and it's a fastball high and tight.
Melendrez launched a homer to right center field back in the 3rd. Here he pops one up. Easy for Bowie, who makes the catch in right.
Just got under it. Skied it. It was up there a long time. Just another show of how much power Melendrez really has.
And now we're going to have a pinch hitter. And the first time we'll see him all summer, Noah Batanco. He will come in and hit for Carter Towns. Towns was the designated hitter, went 0 for 2 with a walk. Batanco is a guy that Coach Demos has been super excited to see. Takes the first pitch from Aroka low. From San Diego, California, a Cal State San Bernardino guy who can really mash. At 354 this season, a 973 OPS, more walks than strikeouts as a catcher. There's strike one. And with Batanco, with Kendrick Aragon, who plays good defense, has put together a lot of really great ABs, and Lawson Ward, who will be coming back into the fold in the coming weeks. It's a great catching trio. There's a hot shot to left field. One hop in front of Imhoff. Batanco welcomes himself to Spearfish with a base hit. One out, one man aboard for Kendrick Aragon.
I ran into Lawson Ward earlier today. He said he's hoping to start working back into the lineup later this week. So hope to see him in the next homestand this weekend.
Kendrick Aragon is the next up to the plate. First pitch slider. And a beauty at that. He goes ahead 0-1. Kendrick today is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Here's a hot shot down the left field line. That's fair. And rolling into the corner. Imhoff cuts it off. Going for third is Batanco. He will make it standing. Kendrick Aragon pulls up at second with a double. The hits keep coming for the Sasquatch, 14 of them. They're in business here in the bottom of the sixth. Trying to tack on. It'll be Malachi Lopez. Lopez popped out his last time up. That was the 4th inning against Tolle. It'll be his first crack at Aroka. First pitch swinging. He bloops one down the right field line. That's trouble. That's down. Diving by was Dylan Bowie. 1-run scores. Now coming for the plate is Aragon. He's going to make it. It's a 2-run double for Malachi Lopez. The Sasquatch tack on 2 insurance runs for good measure. They're on top 13-1, bottom 6.
Just more good work at the plate, up and down the order.
Bobo Iandoli will take his 5th trip into the left-handed batter's box. Sasquatch have made a habit of getting guys trips practically once per inning, it feels like.
Getting a lot of at-bats here in the first few weeks of the season.
Just more reps, more chances to get better. There's a grounder out to second base. Frazier cuts down Iandoli. Second out of the inning. Lopez moves to third. Two outs, a runner on third base for another pinch hitter and another returner. It's Wilson Kiefer. Kiefer gets a nice ovation from the crowd. The Rapid City, South Dakota kid takes the first pitch low. A part of that championship winning team from 2025. Ring ceremony night is coming up on Saturday, later in this week. So, Kiefer, you're just in time. Here he laces one into right center field. That'll be down for a base hit. Wilson Kiefer starts his season with an RBI knock as Lopez scores. And the Sasquatch, they're not done yet. They're up 14-1. They've scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maddox Morrison will come to the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. There's a swing and a pop-up foul, third base side.
Remember to take your foul ball to the concession stand and get a squash bun. Brought to you by State Farm agent Jody Garcia.
So now 2 new guys have come in off of the bench. They've had a chance, and they've come through, keeping the line moving. So many good hitters. They're really 15 deep. As there's a fly ball left center field. Dominic DiCarlo glides over, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But not before the Sasquatch score 3 runs on 4 hits. And through 6 innings of play, they're up 14-1. They'll try to close down a Mercy Rule win when we come back.
I'm Noah Westergaard, and I'm studying photography at Black Hills State. Being able to use what I learned in class to apply to actual things and not just a project for a grade, to have an actual purpose behind some stuff, I think it's pretty rewarding. The opportunities are there. I know that I'll be able to do whatever comes my way.
One change in the Sasquatch infield here before the 7th inning kicks off. It's Wilson Kiefer. He came in pinch hit for Dominic Torres and delivered an RBI knock. Now he's at the hot corner. And it's a new arm on the mound. Whately Kolopek. Justin and I have had a blast watching him. He came in. He may be a closer coming in a 13-run game. You'd guess they're up 1-0 in the championship with the way he comes out on the mound. Just the energy. He's fired up, always juiced up, ready to go. You need that as a reliever. And frankly, we're juiced up, ready to watch him pitch. We could go on all day long.
I know no man more intense than Whately Kolopek on this Sasquatch roster. And it's like from the first encounter with him too, for the first time we met him, you can just tell he's an intense dude.
And let me tell you, the intensity works. This is a guy who was the 2nd-ranked right-handed pitcher in Oklahoma last year. Goes to Crowder College, has some success there. Here he is so far this summer. He has not allowed a run yet. This will be his 4th appearance. And there are so many things which he does incredibly well. He'll be called on to face 8, 9, and 1 in the Zap order. Beginning with a pinch hitter, Ethan Pitcher comes on for Blake Imhoff. Imhoff finishes the day 0 for 2. And this is a brutal draw. You come in off the bench, and boom, here's 93. Or that. A front door slider with an absurd amount of bite. Goes ahead 0-1. And that's one of the things that has allowed Whately Kolopek to be so effective. First pitch strike on 85% of the hitters he faces.
That's a well above average number, and it'll certainly play.
That will also play. Another front door breaking ball, which paints the knees. Quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Kolopek looking for the punch out. Then he gets it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night on 3 breaking balls.
Didn't even see the 93.
No chance. So now Dylan Bowie will take his shot at Whately. Not only does he have that fastball and a filthy slider, sweeper, whatever you want to call it, also a splitter that goes with it.
Because why not?
Because why not? And it really goes hand in hand with his style of pitching. You see more guys in this generation throwing splitters. A big reason for that, it just fits with today's pitching style so well. Everyone is, throwing as hard as they can, doing whatever they do to get that extra velocity. And you throw a splitter in a very similar way. You kind of rip it off of that right arm, left arm, whatever you're throwing with. So those two pitches pair together very well. And the one downside of the splitter, it can be really hard to control. When you don't have the release point in the feel for it, it can be hard to find it within an outing. But with Whately, he's shown an innate ability to throw the splitter, struggle to find the strike zone with it, and then he throws it again in the middle of an inning, in the middle of an at-bat, and he'll find the release point just like that. Coach McBroom raved to me about his ability to do that. That's rare. That's the sign of a pitcher mature beyond his years. He's fallen behind Bowie 3 balls and a strike. You have to remember, this guy just finished his first year of college.
He's got so much more time to develop. Got another year in JUCO.
There's a strike. Goes back to the breaking ball. Run the count full. We said sky's the limit with Crew Moeller. Same goes. 2 guys from, 2 JUCOs that are some of the best in the country. So there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Making it look easy. As per usual. Whately Kolopek, folks. 2 up, 2 down.
2 commanding strikeouts. Whately fell behind in that at-bat. Didn't panic. Knew he has he knows he has the stuff to go back, get hitters when he's behind in the count.
Mason Melton will be the last hope for Oahe here, facing a mercy rule potentially. They'll need to score 4 runs without recording an out to keep this game alive. Rare sight to see. First pitch misses from Whately Kolopek, so 1-0. Melton did draw a walk in the 3rd inning, so he keeps his on-base streak alive. It's advanced to 11 straight games. He cuts on and misses through an inside heater.
Bark in the Park night, we've mentioned it a couple of times. Your official attendance here at Black Hills Energy Stadium is 433. It's a good Monday night at the stadium.
That pitch was fouled away, so 1-2. Really a beautiful night for baseball. I think we've said it a few times, but
it just keeps getting better.
It does just keep getting better. It's just 8:08 Mountain Time right now. And
we're getting out of here early today.
And the Zaps are down to their final strike. Whately Kolopek has already struck out the first 2 batters he's faced here tonight. Looking to make this the final pitch of the evening. Here's the 1-2. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Whately Kolopek strikes out the side in order. And the Sasquatch do what they've done all year long. They put up a 10-run 3rd inning. They mercy the Zap. They make it look easy.
They sure did. Did everything right.
It's their 4th win at home in 4 games. 3 of those coming in quick fashion in order of a mercy rule. And I don't think any of them have been quite as dominant as tonight's was. JJ Manuel goes 4 innings, handles business. Tyler Russ, Coulter Wilson, and Whately Kolopek come in and cruise out of the bullpen. But the story of the day, Justin, is the Bats. They put up 14 runs on 16 hits a large majority of those coming with the third inning, where they put 10 runs on the board, launching 2 home runs, one of them from Ben Melendrez, the other one from Sam Kwapnoski. It's Kwapnoski who will be crowned as the player of the game, I do believe. 2 for 2, a homer, 3 RBIs, a single and a walk, because why not?
And not just a homer that knew it exactly off the bat. You know, you said when it happened, he leaned back on it, pimped it a little bit, and that'll certainly help you be the player of the game.
It sure will. A few dunks to boot. It was just another great day for the Sasquatch. They come out of a 7-day break and they handle business. We'll step aside for a moment here, but don't go anywhere. The Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show is on the docket when we return.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you, as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
I learned about the Black Hills Underground campus, where Black Hills has a partnership with Surf, an old gold mine that has been converted into a science lab almost a mile underground. We're studying neutrinos and looking for WIMPs or dark matter, thinking about the most profound mysteries of the universe. You don't expect it to be a mile underground. It's super cool.
Thinking knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Back here on the Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show, the Squatch take care of business. They take down the Oahe Zap 14-1. Justin, another day where the story of the contest is lots of 2-out hittings and one big explosion that came in the third.
Yeah, it did. You know, it was a tied game going into the third. The Zap tied it up in the top of the second. The Squatch put on a run at the bottom of the third. It was like, oh, great, got the lead back. Did not end there. Got to 2 outs, but 2-out hit after 2-out hit after 2-out hit after 2-out home run. And all of a sudden, there were 10 runs on the board. It was an 11-1 ball game, and all pressure was off.
Yeah, and then from there, J.J. Manuel was just able to cruise. He filled up the strike zone extremely well. Just 2 walks for the Sasquatch pitching staff as a whole over the game. Sam Kwapnoski's gotten a lot of the attention for his home run, but I do want to talk about that swing from Ben Melendrez, an early candidate for the most impressive of the season.
Yeah, you know, it's not going to blow you away with, you know, exit velocity or, you know, distance, but it's just a pure swing. It's a pitch on the outer half of the plate that he got to and sent out to the opposite field, out into right center field. And I said it during the game, and it's the trademark of a complete hitter. If a guy can do that, I mean, he can do anything.
Ben Melendrez has been very impressive thus far this season. So has this entire Spearfish Sasquatch lineup. They'll try to keep the momentum rolling again here tomorrow. It'll be the same start time, 6:05 Mountain. The Sasquatch improved to 6-1 against Oahe this season. They're 7-2 on the season overall. Oahe is now 3-10. And for them, it's been another season which has started out slow. That is to say, there is time to turn things around, certainly for the Zap. Last year, They started 5-17, but they righted the ship. I will say, though, Justin, they're certainly going to be looking forward to getting a good majority of their 17 games against the Sasquatch out of the way here early.
Yeah, for sure. This isn't a team that you want to see. The Sasquatch isn't a team you want to see late in the season when winning games matters, because winning games is so difficult against this Spearfish squad. If you can get these games out early, you can play a little bit easier of a schedule on the back end of the season. You can make a greater push for the postseason.
Well, the Sasquatch have handled business. We are going to step aside here for a moment, but don't go anywhere. The Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show rolls on when we return. Welcome back here on the Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show. Again, just wrapping up here. The Sasquatch take down the Zap 14-1, Justin.
Yeah, big game to come out. Just a short homestand, just a 2-game homestand. That's why it's so important to come out with some aggression, especially on the bats, to get this first game out of the way. Play a good game in front of a good home crowd, and look on to tomorrow, and then look on to the rest of the week. Got to travel day on Wednesday out to Casper, 2-game series in Casper, against a tough Spuds team. They, lost the game 2 on the road back in Casper. So 2-game series there. Got to go out, take your momentum from tonight into tomorrow, take the momentum from the homestand into Casper, and play good baseball in Casper.
Yeah, those should be some good ball games, some good baseball to watch. They'll play just 2 games there, but Justin, the way this team is playing, it feels tough at the moment to foresee them really stumbling big time at any moment with the way they've also not only been able to play well, get hits in bunches, pitch well, do all sorts of things in that department, but also to keep the mental side of the game in check, where they're not getting too high after their wins. They're pretty unbothered and ready to go when they lose. It really is just a very well-rounded team on all fronts.
Yeah, certainly. That's something that Coach DeMoss talks about regularly, is mindset, mentality coming into games. And staying level-headed throughout what can be a long 50-game season is certainly important. But in Casper, 2 good games in Casper, coming back home. Good weekend of baseball back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. 3 games against the Capital City Aviators, a team we have yet to see. Also, fireworks night on Friday. Going to be a fun weekend here in Spearfish.
Yeah, fireworks night, ring ceremony night, facing a new team. Justin, the summer's only getting started. It feels like we've been here calling games, watching this team play for quite some time. But a reminder, we're only 9 games in. It's a 50-game summer. Frankly, I'm not good enough at math to get the percentage there. That's not true. What? A fifth of the way through the season,
20%.
just about 20%.
20%.
So things are cruising through there. And I think the important thing to remember with this Sasquatch team this season is they may jump out to a big advantage with the way they've played. Casper has had the better of Oahe, but those 2 series have generally been pretty tightly contested. These games matter on more than just getting first place in the standings note. Of course, first place is very important because the team that does finish first in the ILB will have a free trip to the finals. They'll have home field advantage there, so that is paramount, of course. But also, these are a lot of young guys playing JUCO baseball, playing at schools where, with the ever-present, nature of the transfer portal these days, these guys are looking, they're playing for an opportunity to move up, play some Division I baseball, play at different schools. There are a lot of eyes. You never know who's going to be watching. So these guys are going to keep on churning every single day.
Yeah, certainly. There's some scouts in attendance here tonight. Coach Demos is actually talking to them right now. These games are really important. Schools pay attention to how guys play in the summer, especially Coach Demos is a respected coach down at New Mexico. So yeah, scouts are going to pay attention to what the guys are doing here in Spearfish this summer. So performing well is important to moving up as they approach the end of their JUCO days.
So we're going to step aside here for a moment. Again, the Sasquatch take down the Zap 14-1 in just another dominant victory. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Your home for the newest games is at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. When you're looking for the latest and greatest games, the Lodge is the place for you as we are constantly updating our gaming floor with new and exciting games. There's always something fresh and new at the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. Your home for the newest games.
My name is Layton Schnell, and I'm majoring in biology and getting a minor in chemistry on a pre-dental track. It's a great community. Everybody has your back. You will gain so many more opportunities than you even thought possible. Being a part of BH in a small community, you have more ties and connections with students and advisors. Being able to have those gives you a pathway to more opportunities.
Welcome back here on the Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show. We're joined alongside today's player of the game, JJ Manuel. And JJ, another great performance against the Zap. You really filled up the strike zone.
Thank you.
You know, what allowed you to fill up the zone, not give up any walks for the second straight outing?
Honestly, I think it just goes back to my catch play. Like, I really just work on my pitches, throw everything with content and confidence, and work on it in the bullpen. When I'm feeling good, and I feel like that helps when I go out to the mound and just throw everything with content and confidence.
Now, you leave the mound in the top of the third inning in a tie game. You come back out in the fourth inning after sitting on the bench for a while, and your team is up by 10 runs. How does that change your mentality, if at all, going back out there?
It doesn't really change my mentality yet. Like, it helps for sure being up by that many runs, but I think the best part is just going out there and just still working on myself and my pitches and just trying to get better with every single day.
When you're on the bench for that long between innings, is there anything that you do to keep the arm loose, not get things too cold?
I don't try to sit for too long, that's for sure. I try to walk around the dugout a little bit, hype up the guys when they're hitting, just have a good time with them. It's a great group over here, and I love having fun with them.
Yeah, and a lot of new guys have come in, 6 guys in the pitching staff who were not here last week. What's it been like getting to know the new guys that you're going to be with all summer?
I think they fit right in. Like, it's a great group of guys. Each guy that comes in, it's perfect. We all grew a bond so fast, and I think we're just going to continue growing that bond throughout the whole summer.
Well, JJ, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Great work today.
Thank you.
We will step aside for a moment. We'll have Sasquatch head coach Phil Dimas when we return.
Looking for the ultimate family getaway? Heart Ranch Camping Resort has you covered with endless activities and top-notch amenities where the destination is the vacation. Want to try before you buy? Experience Heart Ranch with our resort membership preview. Just $139.95 for 4 days and 3 nights of unforgettable RV camping. Love what you see? We have membership types available for the occasional camper to the every weekender. Call 605-737-5360 or visit hrresort.org to schedule your membership preview today.
We're back here on the Spearfish Sasquatch post-game show alongside Spearfish Sasquatch head coach Phil Dimas. And Coach, another day, another crooked number, 10 runs in the third inning. What do you think it is with this lineup which allows them to put runs up in bunches?
Honestly, I think the dynamic of our team is just excellent. And that's not just, them, that's the city of Spearfish, that's everybody, their host families, everybody that comes in here. It just creates a dynamic where we have a certain expectation and guys really buy into it, honestly. It's been great. And, after the break, everybody getting a little bit of rest, it's nice to see, get the first one. It creates a domino effect for the whole rest of the week, right? So that's what I told them is, get this first one and carry it on. So
another great game for the pitching staff. They really filled up the strike zone. Coming in with such a big lead, what can you say about the way that this bullpen, comes in, cleans up the work, especially a guy like Waitley Kolopek, who, normally he's labeled as the closer, but he comes in up 13 runs and he's fired up, ready to go. What does that say about him and the rest of the guys?
It's great to pitch with a lead. That's why I tell them. And I told our guys, when you're having a bad day, if you're a hitter, you got 80 other dudes that can back you up, right? And we have to be dependable in that sense of, for our hitters, but also for our pitchers, right? They don't have anybody to back them up when they're struggling. So, giving them a chance to pitch with a lead as often as possible and then have guys come in comfy and be able to just do 1 inning, 2 innings, or whatever it is, and just, throw it out there is great. A guy like Waitley, he feeds off energy, and just winning, that was a perfect opportunity for him to go in and just let loose, right? There's no stress, there's no pressure. And that's what we did with all 3 of those guys in the back end, right? Like, just go in there, pitch with a lead, and see what happens. So.
And after a game like today, where, you put up a ton of runs early and you kind of cruise through the rest of the contest, how do you coach those guys up going forward into tomorrow's game when, they played essentially a flawless game today?
Yeah, no, it's a great one. I didn't say much after the game. I said that's how you play baseball right there, right? And the biggest thing, like I said, is the domino effect of success, right? You have to take what today was and let the dominoes fall into the rest of the week. So, having some new guys in, I think that was a pick-me-up too, and just, you guys know the dugout was thin in there for the first week. There's not a lot of guys, so having more energy in there, having more guys, and just seeing the dynamic, pick up even after the 10 runs we have. We just want to keep doing it, right? Keep bringing it through the whole rest of the week, especially tomorrow when we face them again. So,
one last question on that energy. We got the basketball hoop got good use today. Those 2 bombs from Melendrez and Quap. That swing from Ben Melendrez, I mean, taking a ball down and away, knocking it out right center field. You mentioned previously, the importance of him staying on breaking balls and taking pitches off the plate. What does that swing tell you about where he's at in his approach?
It tells you he's got it, right? Like that's the whole purpose of why we've been working on it, because that's a pitch that he can do that too, right? So instead of just waiting for the perfect one that you're not always going to get, especially when you got 6'4" Ben stepping into the box. Not a lot of guys are going to, give you what you want. So, we really practiced on, vertical recognition with his pitches. He's been struggling at low in the zone. So that's what we hammered all week with him. And just see it, fall back into a game as quickly as it has with today's his bomb, like you said, going opposite field. It's great to see, him buying into it. And I think also, seeing the success of it, it just, for him, it's another domino effect, right? Like, okay, what I'm doing is working and I just got to continue with it. So.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We will step aside and just about wrap things up here on the Spearfish Sasquatch postgame show. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to tonight's contest. The Sasquatch handle business. They beat the Zap 14-1. They'll be right back at it here again tomorrow in another contest against the Oahe Zap. Justin, any closing thoughts?
Just a great start to a short homestand. Said it earlier in the post game how important that is. And just good energy in the dugout. I got to run through the dugout just quickly as, running down JJ. And, just the energy in the dugout is great. The guys are feeling great. This is a good first win for the new guys that just showed up over the weekend, throughout the last week. So it's important to set the tone for them who are stepping into the season for the first time. And certainly excited for tomorrow.
Well, that'll be all for tonight's broadcast. Alongside Justin Hausman, I'm Nikita Lohman. We thank you all for tuning in, and we wish you a great rest of your Monday evening.